Well, hello again, fellow do-it-yourselfers. Uh, if you're just tuning in for the how to finance a small trailer, that will be at about the 8-minute mark of this video. Just to do some housekeeping here, to be eligible for the free t-shirt giveaway for the lower 48 free shipping, please comment in the YouTube comments or subscribe. And once we get to 400, we're at 393, I believe, right now. Once we get to 400 subscribers, we'll have the 400 subscriber celebration. So in this video, we start out with completing the deck, and then we move on to cutting the insulation for the bottom of the deck. So I hope you enjoy. Please like, share, and comment on our build. Thank you. Now we have a clamp pulling this spar in, and we can go ahead and put some screws down there. Yeah, it's amazing how drilling a few holes and setting some screws can wear you out, but I'm about there, so we'll get these screws in and have to give her up for today. So the clamp is loose and the spar is holding, so that's good news. We've got all these screws in for the first piece of deck. So we're going to let that set up overnight before we go on to the adding the crossbars and getting the second section of deck down. Okay, we have the cross bracing cut, so we have something to screw to for the two short 2-foot pieces, so we'll get those installed. Okay, as you can see, we've got the second piece of deck plywood down, we've got the glue down, and we get her clamped, and we're ready to drill holes and apply screws. Well, we've got the last two pieces of decking marked out for screws. And we got the first piece ready to glue up. We'll get that on there. Okay, we got the first piece of wood down. Start drilling and putting screws in. This is not a how-to finance your trailer. This is how I'm financing my trailer. To start off, there are no paid endorsements. I don't make any money off the videos or any endorsement in the video. To start off, number one is to get a credit card with points. I have an Amazon card that I do a lot of purchases with points. On this card, I do utilities, any payment that I can come up with. I wish I could put my house payment on. I don't believe I can. But everything else I buy, I put on my Amazon card. And I carry a zero balance, so when that Social Security check comes in, I got to pay that Amazon card off, so I have to watch what I buy each month. Number two, and we'll have it in the video next week, you go to a local construction salvage yard, and they have doors, windows, wood, different items. We'll show that next week. And number three, lumber yards are having their promotions or their discounts. Sometimes you get a 11% at Menards, but when I bought the plywood and the red cedar for the frame, they had a coupon code. I got $30 rebate on one and a $35 rebate on the other one. So I'm going to use those to buy my insulation and my adhesive. Or I believe it is, use whatever's left over from previous builds. I have insulation. I had most of my decking screws were left over from the Teardrop. Some of my framing screws were left over. I had some Tight Bond 3 left over from projects. And use whatever you have around the house. Number five, in the way of tools, I just buy cheap tools, Northern Tool or Harbor Freight, or I borrow them from your friends just to use for a short period of time while you're doing a segment of the build. And number six, I believe it is, I have a veterans 10% discount at Lowe's, so I also tell your friends and family to give you for birthdays and Christmas, to give you gift cards from stores that you use in your build. At Lowe's, I have a 10% military discount, so I use that from time to time. So basically, that's how I finance my build. It's not 100% by any means, but it does cover a good portion of my build. So use these ideas and enjoy. I hope they helped you out. Well, we've gotten the deck finished off. Our next step is to cut the insulation for underneath the deck and to polyurethane the underside of the deck. And we'll glue the insulation to the bottom side of the deck and finish it up with white sealing tape. It's 10 by 66 inches. Okay, we have a piece of 1.5 Artec foam left over from the Teardrop, so we're gonna cut that up, and then we'll have to see what we need for additional foam. I'm waiting on my Menards. I got $65 in Menards rebates coming, should be here any day. Yeah, it feels good when you can use some material that you've had laying around for a couple of years. So we've got the first part of the deck insulation cut. Now I have to get at least one piece. We'll have to see. Maybe one piece in a 2-foot section to finish up the decking, and then we'll need spray adhesive to glue that down, and we'll get it all polyurethane, get the insulation glued in and taped, and we'll be able to go on to making the rest of the box.